Welcome to the Intro to CCW series. In this video, we will show you how to create a structured text and function block diagram based program within your project and take you through some logic. We will begin by programming some basic logic using structured text. Structured text is useful for calculation-based intensive programming, although it can be used to create your program logic. Double-click to open up the structured text workspace. We will use the if condition statement here to program direct input-output logic, and also or logic for the physical inputs and outputs on the controller. While using structured text, available functions appear as you begin to type your program code. To enter a variable, you will need to type the variable name. You can either type this out completely or select from a list as it appears. The text in pink represents program executable language. Line 1 checks if digital output 5 is high before proceeding to line 2. Line 2 turns digital output 5 high if line 1 is true. This is due to the true statement at the end of the line. Note that the syntax is important and the semicolon ends the executable line after true. Once line 1 is checked or line 2 completed, line 3 checks if digital input 6 is high and digital input 7 is high. Note, Boolean logic expressions can be placed within the if statement. Line 4 then turns output 6 on high if line 3 is true. You can select and copy repetitive code and alter variables or sections within as needed. For line 5, you could also change the internal logic to OR logic. To end an if statement, you need to address all other possible conditions. Line 7 to 10 ensures that if none of the above is true, then the outputs will be off. Build will allow you to check for programming errors. Clicking on the error will take you to the location within your code causing this error. Here, the syntax is incorrect and the end is missing a semicolon to notify the end of code. Once fixed, build again to verify the program. This build has succeeded. The program is now complete and would run successfully. We will now have a brief look at the third and final program type, function block diagram. Function block diagram is useful for visualization of continuous process control. For example, this could be used for analog variables and PID loop visualization. To create your program, you can drag and drop the tool you want from the function block diagram toolbox. You can also select a variable or create one. You connect variables and function blocks by clicking on one of the block's inputs or outputs and dragging this to another device. This setup is showing how you can compare two variables that are real and feed the result into a high-limit Boolean variable. You could continue to add to this and create a process flow that is easy to follow. You now successfully know how to create a structured text and function block diagram program within your connected components workbench project. That brings us to the end of the introduction to structured text and function block diagram video. We hope you find the information valuable and this enables you to get started on your Micro 800 project.